Pistachios, one of the most popular and healthy nuts in the world, have been grown for hundreds of years. Today, the United States has become the top producer of this tasty nut, making about 40% of the world's supply. Growing pistachios is a profitable business, bringing in a lot of money for farmers and processors. In 2022, the total value of the US pistachio crop was an impressive $1.9 billion. Most pistachios in the US are grown in California's San Joaquin and Sacramento Valley areas, where nearly 300,000 tons of these crunchy nuts are produced each year, making up more than 98% of the country's crop. While Arizona and New Mexico also grow pistachios, their production is much smaller compared to California's. In 2022, California pistachio farmers had a record-breaking harvest, producing 1.03 billion pounds of nuts, worth over $1.8 billion. This shows that pistachios are not only a tasty snack, but also a key part of US agriculture. Americans love eating pistachios, but what does it take to grow and harvest these nuts? For pistachios to grow well and produce a good harvest, they need specific soil conditions. Deep, even loam soils made up of clay, sand, humus, or other organic materials create the perfect environment for pistachio trees. This type of soil allows water to soak in while keeping enough moisture for the trees. Before planting, farmers prepare the soil by breaking up clumps and leveling the orchard to help new trees develop strong roots. Special equipment is used to break any hard layers beneath the surface with a chisel attachment. Once the soil is ready, raised beds or small mounds are formed using machinery where trees are planted and irrigation lines are set up. Planting pistachio trees is the next step. In commercial farming, the trees begin as grafted transplants. These grafts are chosen carefully and matched with a rootstock that suits the orchard's conditions. Growers pick rootstocks for their strength and resistance to pests. Once planted, pistachio trees need regular care to grow well and produce nuts. An interesting trait of pistachio trees is that they are alternate bearing, meaning they have years of high production followed by lower production. This makes it challenging for growers to manage and maximize the yield. Another key factor is that both male and female pistachio trees are needed for pollination. Typically, one male tree is planted for every 8 to 24 female trees. Pistachio trees take about 5 to 6 years to start producing nuts, and during this time, growers must provide proper care and nutrients to help them thrive. Growing pistachios is a long-term commitment. With good care, a pistachio orchard can last 70 to 100 years. Trees reach their peak production at around 20 years and continue to produce high yields for many seasons. The pistachio growing season begins in late March when buds from the previous summer start to swell. By April, blossoms open and, unlike many other nut trees, pistachios rely on wind for pollination instead of honeybees. In May, the shells inside the hull start to grow. By June, the shells harden and fill with nuts. By July, the growing nuts cause the shells to split naturally, signaling that harvest time is near. Water is essential for pistachio tree growth, especially for young trees. During the hot summer months from late July to late August, young pistachio trees need about 50 gallons of water per tree each day. Drip irrigation is the main method used to deliver this water, and many modern orchards use micro-irrigation systems. These systems allow growers to control both the amount and timing of irrigation with great precision. The watering schedule during the growing season depends on factors like the age of the trees, rainfall levels, and weather conditions. Maintaining proper soil moisture is crucial, especially for encouraging pistachio shell splitting. Growers must balance keeping the soil moist enough for optimal growth, while ensuring orchard rows are dry enough for harvesting. Pistachio growers in the US follow a detailed process to decide on the best fertilization strategy for their orchards. They regularly test the soil and leaves to determine the tree's specific nutrient needs. Fertilizers are applied directly to the root zone when the trees can absorb them most effectively, usually in winter when the trees are dormant, or in late spring as they start growing and producing fruit. Nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium are the key nutrients applied in different amounts depending on soil conditions. By carefully adjusting the nutrient mix, growers ensure healthy, productive crops year after year. Weeds are removed diligently, and trees are pruned and treated to control pests and diseases. Using pest-resistant rootstock helps reduce vulnerability and minimizes the need for certain pesticides. These careful practices keep orchards healthy and productive, resulting in abundant harvests year after year. The pistachio harvest typically starts in late August or early September, once the nuts' shells begin to split and the hulls are easy to remove. Mechanical shakers are used to shake the trees, releasing the pistachios onto a V-shaped catch frame below. The collected nuts are then moved onto a conveyor belt and loaded into plastic bins or trailers for transport to a processing facility. Harvesting pistachios with precision helps maintain their quality and flavour. Because pistachios are delicate, leaving them on the tree too long or allowing hulls to stay on the shells after harvest can cause staining. To prevent this, harvesting operations run continuously for 6 to 8 weeks during the season. This intensive effort ensures the nuts are harvested quickly and carefully, preserving their quality and value. With precise timing and dedication, the pistachio industry delivers top-quality nuts to customers worldwide. After harvesting, pistachios go through a drying process and may also be sorted mechanically, based on whether their shells have split. A rotating drum with thin needles separates naturally split shells, which are highly valued from non-split shells. Non-split shells are mechanically cracked to extract the nut meat. Naturally split pistachios are graded by size and shell colour, highlighting their premium quality. Once pistachios are sorted and separated, they are placed in bins and stored at a cool 40 to 45 degrees Fahrenheit until packaging. At this stage, the grower's hard work and the processor's expertise come together to deliver the finest pistachios to consumers. Although hulling can be done in the field, many growers prefer to send their pistachios to a contract processor. Here, the hulls are removed and the nuts are stored properly to maintain freshness and quality. By partnering with skilled processors, growers can focus on farming while ensuring their pistachios meet the high expectations of consumers. At the processing facility, harvested pistachios are unloaded and go through several steps to get them ready for market. First, field debris like branches, leaves, and twigs is removed. Next, an abrasive peeler takes off the hulls, using water to assist the process. After hulling, the nuts are sent to a float tank, where shells with nuts sink, while empty shells float. Quality nuts are then moved to a heated dryer to reduce moisture to 12 to 13%. After initial drying, pistachios are transferred to storage silos to further dry until they reach a moisture level of 4 to 6%. During this time, fumigation may be done to protect the nuts from insects. These precise processes ensure that pistachios are of top quality and full of flavour when they reach the market. From nurturing young pistachio trees to carefully sorting and packaging the nuts, growing pistachios requires meticulous attention to detail and a strong commitment to quality. For those dedicated to this craft, the hard work is richly rewarding. For more fascinating facts and stories, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest videos. Stay curious, and we'll see you in the next one.